Nothing goes better with your third cup of coffee like LSA Division II Lacrosse. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful campus of East Texas Baptist for the LSA Game of the Week on Game On Sports. Hello, everyone. I'm Heckman Harrison alongside Jim Dixon and JD. East Texas Baptist is starving for a victory while Tulane comes in 3-0 in division play and looking at this morning's game more as a business trip.
Yeah, just a trip up from New Orleans, a little 5-hour jaunt up here to the Piney Woods in East Texas. But I tell you what, this should be a fairly good matchup. East Texas has refortified the roster since last season, and they've had some minor success early, and they're looking to continue on.
Continuing on, they will, and this is a field that is kind of soaked. All right,
it's a little soupy. It is a little soupy.
A little soupy out as they are down at the X working on the face-off, and possession is going to go to Tulane as we get a quick whistle on the field. Looking for the shot clocks and, hey, just trying to get our bearings about us to figure out where everything is.
You never know. Sometimes it's a tree. Sometimes it's a shot clock. You don't know.
Hey, weather permitting, we're going to get through with this, and it looks like the weather has subsided here for just a bit. Came through a bit of rain driving in this morning. Not supposed to rain until this afternoon, so whoever decided to move this one up earlier obviously had their head on the Doppler.
I think they were in tune with the ghost of Harold Taft and knew what better to do.
Jackson Hogginson is bringing the ball up, number 17 for Tulane. As the Green Wave are in the baby blue jerseys with white pants. East Texas Baptist University in all white with blue numbers with gold trim.
Now, Heckman, you need to throttle that back for now.
Why is that?
Because it's soupy, and the white shorts are not going to be white long.
I know, and I mistakenly wore white shoes out here, so my white shoes are not going to be so white either. As we are sitting right here on the sideline, right in front of the sin bin. So let's try and keep our vision from not being impaired. Like,
well, they got to kneel. They do have to kneel.
You know, I'm noticing right now that you have your binoculars on and I don't, and that just told me that you can't see. Heckma, put your glasses on.
Well, I can't see either, but I drove. So
yes, you did, and thank you for getting us here safely. As the Green Wave setting up their offense behind number 4, Luke Farnan. Farnan, their do-it-all guy, and that's a shot attempt on goal, and another save on the inside by the Tigers.
Yeah, Tulane's going to run pretty much through Dulé and Farnan down on the offensive zone.
Talk about it being soupy. You saw right there on the other side, number 54. Trying to set, and that's Clark Michelle stepping through a bit of a puddle here. So guys are definitely going to have to be careful. But the Green Wave working around to Michelle. Now standing on the far side, GLE. Making a substitution. In comes Nicholas Yazzie. Working in front of the cage. That was a shot attempt on goal there by number 12, Timothy Keegan.
Yeah, Hooks just stood his ground and closed off that lower region of the bottom third, blocked the thing out. But they were able to pick up that ground ball and convert onto the offensive zone for East Texas.
Fisher Nauman, number 5, working down the alley, and that's a shot attempt and a score. The first score here today by the Tigers, making it look easy, Jim.
Yeah, that thing died right at the goal line. I think half the ball was in, but yeah, they are making it look easy.
And now we recognize that there is a train in
yes.
the stadium. The speaker is right behind my head. Thank you so much. I would have liked a warning for the train. Oh, man. Back down at the X here in Marshall, Texas. 36 down for the Tigers, and that's Gavin McCutcheon. As the Green Wave come away with the victory. Now working it from behind the X and back top side.
Yeah, Tulane with a handy pickup off the midline and able to convert that quickly down the offensive zone. They're getting it down. They're going to work that motion and try and get their matchup and take their shot. And that was it.
Number 3, Justin DeLay. What an opportunity to get on the side of the crease and the score for the Green Wave as we are knotted up here in Marshall.
Yeah, Dulé came up through the backside, opened up that seam, and really kind of went unattended. Nobody really closed him down, and he had a little jump dunk and not much authority on it, but highly effective.
Enough to score. And when you're playing on a field like this, those bouncers that you're used to getting inside, those become null and void, right?
It's non-clean. It can go anywhere. I mean, everything that you use to predict a round ball on a flat surface changes.
Trying to make his way back to the middle of the field again as we have our first flag. That's a shot attempt by number 9, Avery Cook.
Yeah, Cook was set up on the wing. Just basically one time that rolled right into his stance and just unleashed a little wide and low.
4-6/1 minute.
So number 46 for the Green Wave is going to sit in the sin bin. We have a slashing penalty. And that's Scott Cohen, number 46 for the Green Wave.
Want all credit where credit is due.
Oh, yeah, let the people know. Got an opportunity before the game to interview both coaches. Coach Baker for Tulane travels 6 hours from New Orleans to get here.
He said 5.
I'm still going to put 6 on. No way. As you see those puddles over there on the far side, I think it's a little bit wetter on that side than over here. Oh, man, and a pass from Luke Farnan not able to be maintained.
Yeah, now Farnan is a name we are very familiar with in calling the MCLA tournament last year. I mean, very active around the goal, great on the attack. And
they call them the Farnan brothers. There's another Farnan in between the cage.
One scores, one saves.
Yep. As Coach Baker said, well, we don't know where we would be without him. He's the tone setter for us in between the pipes. And as we're talking about him, he makes a play, the easy save from about 10 yards out for number 15. Good defense on the backside. Yard sale as the Tigers take back over on the turnover. Bringing the ball up is number 13 for the Tigers. Back to number 5, Fisher Naaman.
Yeah, East Texas Baptist very active on the transition, shutting things down before they get started.
Yeah, talk about shutting down before they get started. There's number 15 again, Connor Farnan.
Yeah, Farnan's just setting his line on that, shutting that seam down, making you work to the far side, and he's just stepping into the shot, doing a great job. But he's making that stop with his feet.
And that was Alex Hooks, number 13 for the Tigers, able to get that pass back to number 5, Fisher Naaman. Trying to make sure that we get this roster straight. Had a lot of scratches on before this game started, so numbers and names are all mixed up. But what about that from a laser shot on the far side by Timothy Keegan, number 12, as the Green Wave now up by a score.
Yeah, Keegan, I mean, just a great shot, good open lane, waiting on that, that slide just never really materialized for East Texas, just opened up and he took full advantage of it.
We're all knotted up. The slashing penalty served.
Let's go, Ben. Get that ball.
So we are back down at the X here in Marshall.
Yeah, Coach Baker really's got kind of a juggling act on his hands. He's missing about half of his roster. And last time I checked, Tulane is far from a community college, so academically, these kids are opting to get their studies in, and unfortunately, some of them can't make the trip. So he's having to reshuffle the deck a little bit.
JD Tulane is not. It's definitely
far
not,
from it. Far from it. Not to knock community college. I love them, but that's not what those kids are going there.
No, the curriculum is stringent. Oh, trying to get to the middle of the field. They finally get it there. Ball handled by number 55, Clark Michelle. Michelle with a move coming down the alley, working it back behind the X. Again, Tulane with the score. Up by a score. Sitting in between that pass was number 20 for the Tigers. That's Bowen Buchanan. Buchanan standing in there, and how about that one from Michelle? Number 54 doesn't get any easier than that.
No, and you got it happened right in our kitchen here, and that has the game on signature shot.
Right.
That was like right from our kitchen table.
What a shot from Michelle. That was just a catch and release, something you never do while you're fishing, right?
No, I can't.
Never happens.
No. That's the cruelest thing is go fishing on lint. Got to throw them back. No, we don't do that.
Back down at the X here in Marshall for the LSA Game of the Week on Game On Sports. Please make sure to like and subscribe to Game On Sports. For all of your MCLA, LSA lacrosse needs here. 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. Heckma Harrison alongside Jim Dixon. And East Texas just trying to find their offense again as Fisher Naaman, boy, he gets rocked, and there's a flag that comes out immediately. I think they're going to get the call on number 6, Cameron Tooths.
Yeah, I know. It just, kind of awkward. Really, it's, nothing malicious to it.
Got a 1 minute illegal check by number 6. So another Tulane athlete to the sin bin.
And I think we're going to have to let Eric Shell know that we're not the score table.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
he's reporting to us.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, if you're reporting to us, you're way off the mark.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll tell him at halftime. I'm having fun with it. Working from behind the X is the Tigers. Working back in, and another save. Boy, number 15. He's had a lot of shots coming his way, but
honestly, nothing to challenge him. He's doing a great job setting his feet, good position.
Hands free with another goal on the far side by the Green Wave, looking for the number there. I believe it was number 3, Austin DeLay.
Yeah, Delay's one of these kids that freshman came in and produced from game 1 for Coach Baker. Very happy with what they've got with him.
It's a man down face. You see that man down for another 30 seconds.
It's still man down situation here for the Tigers. See if they can take advantage. Got some low-hanging clouds, but the rain is holding off for us here, Jim.
We'll see what we got. I'm hoping to dodge the bullet. My little weather app said we're driving home in the rain.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's just perfect. Possession going to go back to the Tigers, and again, they have their man up here. See if they can turn this into some points.
3, 2, 1.
And we're all knotted up working back inside and not able to get that shot off. Looked like they had perfect opportunity there from number 20. No, excuse me. That was on the other side. Excuse me.
Yeah, Farnan just shut him down in the lane. Just basically set up in the middle, followed down, and was able to stop it.
Boy, how about that on the other side? Number 12, Timothy Keegan with the cannon.
Yeah, Keegan unleashed, and again, not picking up the slide, just exposure in the lane, and he's taking advantage of it, as was his first goal.
He tried to get the slide to come over immediately when it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Hands free, Keegan takes the shot.
In East Texas, on the transition, they're doing a great job about being on ball. They're playing great there. They're just not on the bodies in the offensive zone, and these guys are able to kind of make hay.
Austin Stanley, number 1. Let me tell you, boys and girls, number 1 does not miss leg day.
No.
This is a kid that is an Ironman triathlon, and he also boxes in his spare time.
He was. They saddled him up, so he's a corner pugilist. So I guess they had a student event, and he was, I guess, the toughest guy on campus.
I guess what everyone learned that day is don't pick a fight with this guy. Working it inside, they looked like they had numbers, not able to take advantage of it, are the Tigers, but they do keep the possession.
Yeah, just Jordan's was streaking and just couldn't get the handle on it.
Working back inside, good defense by Tulane. Inside in the score, and that ball just died on the ground. Tyler Wallen with the shot.
Yeah, the bouncer is not in the repertoire today. I think you put that thing in, it's gonna turn into an Easter egg hunt. It's gonna bury.
Able to work the clear on the green wave, and they come back in and they go where the cookies are kept.
On the top shelf.
Yeah, and another score by the green wave inside number 48 with the score. And a timeout taken, I believe, on the field.
Yeah, Tulane able to take advantage of that transition on that goal. They kind of a man up situation where they just very aggressively went after it.
They're going to take a timeout on the field. We will as well, and be right back as play resumes here on Game On Sports. Yeah. We're good. How's it sound? It does. Okay. No, I just want to know how it sounded on your end. Okay.
Aside from content, everything's great.
I'm talking to the referees. I'm letting them know, communicating that we're not going to allow that.
But I mean,
Let me handle that. All right.
How was the trip?
All right. Let's go. Let's bring it up. Go. Let me handle it. Y'all just play your game. All right. That's all. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Keep it up, man.
Back in action here at East Texas Baptist University. Heckma Harrison alongside Jim Dixon. And Jim, so far, it has been the green wave.
Certainly has, and East Texas hasn't been without their opportunities. They have they've been answered by Farnan for the most part every shot other than one, and that thing died at the goal line.
Back down at the face-off, and this has been an event all in its own. That ball is sticking down in the ground. Tulane able to come away with it and the possession. Luke Farnan working in the middle of the field.
So Tulane's going to kind of opt to slow it down a little bit, pick their shots.
As you see right there, there's the slide. Bringing the slide back to the far side. Again, as you said, JD slowing the pace down a little bit here. Dancing inside and then still working from behind the X is number 3, Austin Delay, and that's a pass that's going to go across midfield, saving the possession. They're right at about 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to speed up, and the shot attempt by number 54, Clark Michelle, down to 1 second, and that is a save on the other side by the freshman Michael Boza.
It's going to reset because it went ground ball.
1 second, and it hit goal. It hit goal, which is the reset.
Boy, we're really close to the action here.
We are. We're in the discussion.
And the discussions about the shot clock.
Yeah, I mean, East Texas made a save. They weren't able to wrangle it in, turned it into a ground ball and a quick goal. But that resulted in this, going from save opportunity to a transition in the clean clear into just an extended possession. Another 80 seconds up on the clock.
LaMaru with the score, number 29, working inside, easy peasy. They got the slide to come over and open everything up there for number 29.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for. They're opening that up. They're coming through the lanes on the backside, and they're settling up on the toe of the front part of the goal, and they're just setting in there. And you'll see the Tulane will actually have 2 players stacked there.
They're working at the face-off here, and Tigers trying to work the possession. They need one here as the time of possession has been dominated on the other side by Tulane. Trying to get the possession, working it down to the end line. It's like possession's going to stay on this end. Nope. Possession's going to go to Tulane. No, I'll get this right. The Tigers have the possession. Fisher Naaman trying to work it. There's the flag comes out. There's a push. They're going to let him continue to play through. Honestly, this will be a man-up opportunity again for the Tigers unless they score. Working it back inside. Another pass not able to be wrangled in by number 16. That's Dante Petrini. Number 16 not able to get the pass. We're going to let this go on till halftime. We're not going to tell them.
No.
Okay.
And then why stop it there?
No, stop it there. All right. Come over to the table. Tigers bringing the ball inbounds, working it back to the middle of the field to number 13, Alex Hooks. Working in close. There is the pass. Thought maybe they would have an opportunity still. Working a 2-man game behind the X. Slide coming over for the Green Wave. Tried to work the backside pass, and that is going to go out of bounds. Possession's going to stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, East Texas wasn't able to get full leverage off that face of the goal and really just kind of shot parallel.
Soupy is really what it is. I tell you, it hadn't rained since we've been here, but you can tell this field has definitely collected the rain. We're at close to 5 seconds on the clock. Another penalty. As the referee comes over to the table.
Blue, cross check, 1 minute.
You got that?
1 minute cross check on blue, number 6.
I'll say this much. The penalties are not a mystery over here.
No, they are not. And man up opportunity. I'm looking for the Tigers to finally take advantage. They've had a few opportunities here in this first quarter. Hooks with the pass on the far side, GLE, and another save.
Again, Farnan just closing out that lane and making you work that outside of the goal and just shutting you down, doing a great job of position inside the crease.
Well, he's reading it all like a good book, sitting inside of the crease. Ball comes out last minute, maybe an opportunity, and as another penalty here to end the first quarter. That's the end of the first quarter as the Green Wave pretty much dominated. Score here in East Texas. Tulane 7, East Texas Baptist 1. Can they take a break on the field for the end of the first quarter? We will as well, and be right back as play resumes.
Right, so he gets out of 14:28 now. That's a minute. ETBU is in until 14. He's in until 14:28. Wave on me, wave on 3. 1, 2, 3. And it was a minute penalty, so it's only 28 seconds, 32 seconds he could come off. So, hey, this penalty's running out of 14:28.
Hey, let's go!
Both teams making their way back onto the field here for the LSA Game of the Week on Game On Sports. Ekma Harrison alongside Jim Dixon. And Jim, the Green Wave, obviously other than giving up that first score, man, they have been pouring in the pudding.
They have, and they're a solid squad. I mean, we saw them last season in the MCLA Lone Star Alliance tournament, and they advanced on. And East Texas is, I mean, they have a good, strong foundation to build from. The roster is full up, and they're gonna get this thing on track here in short order. I think over the next couple of seasons, probably a program to look for. I mean, we saw it when we got here. I mean, it's full support of the university. The athletic department's well behind these guys, and very supportive.
Yeah, Tulane comes in 4-3 overall record, but they are 3-0 in division play. On the other side for the East Texas Baptist Tigers, they are 1-3.
Yeah, and they've picked some fights. So they got tangled up with A&M D2, and A&M stacked across 3 divisions really. But they're solid at 1 and 2.
Possession staying on this end with the Tigers as we have a temporary stoppage. Number 9, Avery Cook, working the middle of the field for the Tigers. Substitutions being made as the penalty has run off now for the Green Wave. We're all knotted up. showing some love with his stick in the middle of the field. Boy, they are whacking away at each other this morning. There, worked that one so simple and easy for the score. That is number 5, Fisher Naaman, inside to number 16, Dante Petrini. And the score, I'm waiting on the horn. You won't surprise me this time. There you go.
There we go.
It's early. Like I said, nothing quite goes with lacrosse. Like with your third cup of coffee, like some lacrosse, and now the train horn.
And some train horn. More train horn.
I'm up.
Yeah, I mean, Petrini did a great job on that score. Way to set his feet. They figured out kind of, we have to get Tulane off balance, increase, and they're able to do that with this off-ball movement.
And finding a way are the Tigers, working it inside. Boy, great rear check by number 20, Bowen Buchanan. The Tigers trying to work the clear.
Yeah, Brigante with a nice pickup from the pole down on the East Texas side, and just unable to get the thing converted, and just again being stifled on the transition.
Trying to work the slide, and there's a bit of a zone here on this side by the Tigers. Working it back to the middle of the field. It attracts the slide, and like you said, they're working the backside, but they're slowing the pace down, bringing it all the way out.
Yeah, I think if Tulane feels like if they can open it up, that these lanes are going to show up like that.
That's exactly like that. You called it right in time, and that's Clark Michelle, the sophomore, with another score. That did not take long for the Green Wave to answer. You talked about these all-white uniforms. Talk about getting muddy. By the end of this thing, boy, this guy's going to need to shower.
It's a laundry day fiasco.
Gee. Clark Michelle goes to the X. Guy scores, and now he's at the Fogo. That's number 36, Noah Slaughter, trying to come away with the possession. That's a turnover. Michelle does keep the possession. No, and coming away with it is number 6, Cameron Tooths. Tooths with the pass inside. How about that? Able to handle it.
That was off the grill.
That was off the grill.
That was off the peanut. He saved it.
Yeah, that one's never coming back. No need in looking for that vulcanized rubber object.
I bet they go look for him. I bet they have a ball hunt.
Yeah.
I bet they do.
Well, they got the net back there, but I think that net caught that one.
It doesn't save much.
No. They got those guys.
1-9. Cross attack.
I ruined it, didn't I?
You wrecked it.
I did. We get an unsportsmanlike penalty here. Number 29. Austin DeLay bringing the ball inbounds for the Green Wave. We got down two here are the Tigers.
We're going to make something happen here soon.
What do you do in a situation like this when you're down 2? If you're the Tigers,
you get on your horse and you cover ground.
Finally back in play here.
Got a minute on both.
Clark Michelle with the pass to the middle of the field, now working it to DeLay. That's a shot attempt by Timothy Keegan. Goes wide right of the cage. That's another one that shot there by Luke Farnan. I think what you do now for the next couple of seconds is take as many shot attempts on goal as you possibly can. There's another one and the score.
Yeah, Hugesson, I mean, he just set up in a lane, had it wide open. Nobody really to slide down and pick him up.
11:21 here in the second quarter. Another score by the Green Wave, 9-2. And this has been a scoring affair. On the side of the Green Wave, they had no choice. They're continuing to shoot away with 2 being up 2. Easy possession right there for Tulane.
Yellow.
Taking no time. We were both talking about the bouncers and how those were null and void. I don't know. There you go. Number 12, Timothy Keegan finds a way to make that bouncer work. And that's another score.
That was shot kind of a parallel to the goal face and just bounced in, hung on the post on the far side and went in. You know, if that was an intended shot, hey, that's the best thing you could do.
Back down at the X and another victory, this time a victory for Fisher Naaman. Boy, that's a cross check to the face, not called. Wow. Naaman trying to work his way back inside, and there's a penalty. Penalty flag thrown. Get a holding penalty. 30-second hold penalty if you didn't get that. I think they're going to get Scott Cohen for the hold.
Yeah, and Tulane with again with this shortened roster on this trip, you know, they're kind of having to switch out equipment and move bodies into spaces, but they're you know, they're hanging in there.
They are a man-up opportunity here for the Tigers, and they do it. That's the shot you need, and that's the guy to get it done with. Fisher Naaman with the score.
Yeah, Naaman really off the deck, low to high, and just popped it in past the Tulane goalie, and great play.
Back down at the X is the guy that just scored for the Tigers. Number 5, Fisher Naaman. Would love to tell you who 84 is, but I don't have an 84 on my roster. They gave you a different roster than me?
I have Benjamin Farrell.
Okay.
But I also have him not on the trip. So we'll just say it's Benjamin Farrell.
Benjamin Farrell is here. And Marshall making a sighting at the Fogo. Fisher Naaman coming away with the possession, working inside, and that is a shot attempt by number 19. Tyler Wathen with the shot attempt for the Tigers. Dancing behind the X is number 9. And he takes a shot. That's an Avery Cook breaking ankles on his way to the shot. And
yeah, I mean, Cook worked up the edge as well as you can and just kind of top-handed that shot.
Good sharing of the rock for Tulane, but even better, saved by the freshman, Mike Boza. Just standing in between the pipes.
scoreboard too. Hey, don't talk to my players, man. I was talking to my players, buddy. Hey, quit flying. Oh, you weren't talking to.
And that is why we broadcast from the bench.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Close to the action. Whatever you do, everybody stay away from Austin Stanley, okay? Just don't pick him with number one.
No, don't start a fight with him.
leave him out of it. Tulane working to save. That's a good job on that side. Number 15, Connor Farnan.
Farnan with a healthy clear.
Warnings issued. Fisher Naaman in the middle of the field for the Tigers, getting the pass out to number 16, Dante Petrini.
Avery Cook went down. Apparently he got involved in an equipment check of some sort.
And substitutions being made by both teams. Zach Ulrich working his way down the alley to the score. That is a man that just said, look, I'm going to call my own number. And that's exactly what number 10 did.
Yeah, Ulrich just had a seam on that edge. Just nobody picked him up, and just nothing but him and him in the back of the crease.
Boy, hard to get in the way of a guy like that. You talked about the numbers earlier, numbers favoring East Texas. Guys from Tulane, boy, they haven't wavered. They're not getting tired, not making a bunch of substitutions at all. They're playing with their starting guys.
Well, and you got to figure they're used to breathing air that's like 10 pounds heavier than where we are, because it's humid down in New Orleans.
That'll definitely get you in a lot of shape. In between these trees and this cool breeze, they're probably loving it.
Yeah, this is Palm Harbor for them.
There's the guy that we talked about, Austin Stanley. Doesn't matter about slashing that guy's legs. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care.
And just took a leverage shot.
Trying to get the long pole goal out of slashing penalty. So the Tigers going to be a man down here, man up opportunity on the other side for the Green Wave. And they have taken advantage of every opportunity that they've had.
Yeah, I mean, East Texas just really needs to create opportunity and close the deal, and they've done it in fits and starts. Unfortunately, just not consistently enough, and they're working Farnan in the cage where he just really didn't have to move much.
Trying to set up their offense, work in the middle of the field. Boy, there it is again, top shelf for number 12, Timothy Keegan. That's his spot. I think he likes it right there.
Yeah, he's probably one of those little kids you had to chase out of the cupboard.
Yeah, he is that. And standing over here on just a little left of the crease, that he has found the money spot.
Hey, can one of y'all text Woody? See where his stuff's at?
Back down at the X for the Tigers is number 36, Noah Slaughter. I'd say even in the second quarter, time of possession also is kind of 50-50 at this point. I have seen where the Tigers have had plenty of opportunity, just not able to manufacture the same amount of goals.
No, and their play compared to the first quarter is dramatically better. I mean, they're more engaged. They're getting after it, just not finding those opportunities, and they got a mountain to climb.
7:07 left in the first half. The score 12-3. tell you what, no matter what I do, I get Timothy Keegan off of his spot over here on this side. He's just waiting on this backside for the pass.
Yeah.
As soon as the slide comes in right here, look for number 12. Zach Ulrich in a foot race to the ball in possession. Aforementioned Timothy Keegan working down the left side, back behind the X. That's another ball that you can forget about.
Yeah, East Texas is doing a better job about closing these shots. They're really getting in on their hands and getting the Tulane shooter off balance.
Shot attempt goes out of bounds. Another penalty.
I mean, it's kind of silly. It's not complicated. You just got to put a body on somebody, and they're finally able to do that.
Going to get a penalty on Bowen Buchanan.
5:04 in the release.
Trying to work his way back inside. Boy, easy goal for number 3, Austin DeLay. Just dancing in between two defenders with it, just a scoop score.
Yeah, all he had to do is just find that open seam to go to work in, and he did that. They, just unable to close, kind of disjointed after the penalty.
Pretty much dancing on the crease. There was number 3, Austin DeLay. Back down at the X, and another win at the face-off for the Green Wave. Nope, this possession, somebody's going to have the possession, and it's the Tigers. Number 14 working in between defenders and forgets the ball.
Yeah, Davis on that pickup, just going to work, but stays in the defensive end.
This guy, Austin Stanley. He not only boxes, he dances as well. As you see the pirouette in between defenders.
Nice pickup from Bowen Buchanan, checking in after serving and able to get the thing transitioned down the offensive zone. See if the Tigers can make hay down here.
Fisher Naaman with the pass back across the field, and that's a shot. How about that from number 9, Avery Cook?
Cook did a great job about listening to the train horn. Cook did a great job about moving his man, working around him, spinning, finding that open seam, and just dropping it in on the pipes.
(13-4), 4:59 left here in the first half, and the Tigers making a fight of it.
They are. They're clawing back in. I like that.
As you've taught me, no lead is safe. So
nothing's safe. There's a lot of transition, and these first quarter runaways sometimes get out of hand on you.
As we get an extra horn. Substitutions being made on both sides. Number 5, Fisher Naaman with the ball in the middle of the field. Being defended by number 46, Scott Cohen. And that's a turnover.
Yeah, not what East Texas was looking to do right there, but for those of you at home that got to see that in your living room.
Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting to get mud all over me.
You got mud on you. That was a lick.
Really?
This is not a gentleman's sport.
Really? That's what. Oh man. Well, man, he took that with some contact coming on this side. And that's Cameron Toots.
1, 3, illegal body check. 1 minute.
Get a illegal body check. They're going to get Alex Hooks.
It's time well served because that just fired up the Tiger bench.
It sure did. Tell you what, they're swapping paint. And warnings being given to the East Texas bench. If they were fired up, I think that took it all out of them.
Yeah,
stop
it. Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop
okay.
it. You're having fun. Stop it.
And working from behind next, the same exact thing as before. Austin DeLay splitting defenders for the score.
Yeah, he came up the backside. No slide was there. And the goalkeeper comes out to shut it down, and when he came out, just opened it up for DeLay to pick his corner.
4:19 left here in the first half, and how typical is that? As soon as the Tigers score, the Green Wave come right back with a score of their own. Yeah,
and Tulane's on all cylinders at this point, and even with the roster situation the way it is, they got the right kids in here today, and they're going at it, and East Texas is battling back. They're not giving any ground.
Oh, that's indicative of that shot here on the sideline, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Wood that got laid.
That was Alex Hooks introducing himself this morning to Cameron Toots. And again, right here with our table, mud all on my glasses. Just
you want a visor? I need a visor.
It wasn't what I anticipated this morning, but nonetheless, here I am.
Yeah, Hooks kind of drifted on that shot. He's kind of disappointed himself, but those shots are going to start falling.
That's the aggression that you need. Working this way back inside was number 13. Not able to get that one off is Alex Hooks. And another save. Connor Farnan, guy that's been peppered with shots, but still standing in the line of fire for his team.
Yeah, Farnan's able to really just kind of place himself where he needs to be. Does a great job about reading the shot, reading where the exposure's coming from.
Working the middle of the field. Boy, had an opportunity there, did the Green Wave.
Let's go.
Going to give the possession back to the Tigers. Fisher Naaman working the clear. You see that pass just die on the far side. It hit the ground and it died.
It's just, I think that far side is just collecting just a swimming pool.
Alex Hooks with the pass back behind the X, working back inside. Easy work for number 19, Tyler Wathen.
Yeah, Wathen got the worst of it though. He took some body on that shot, but great way to work goal line extended, get leverage on his man and just dump it in. Farnan was looking high up and he just dumped it in on his knee.
Kind of delayed on the train horn here.
Waiting for it.
Wow. Okay. Just when you finally get used to it.
I got waved off, man.
Okay.
I feel like I work at Burlington Northern now.
Fisher Naaman down at the X for the Tigers.
Got waved off the train horn.
Come on, let's go fish.
Oh, procedure penalty. Another flag. Going to get Lamoureux's going to serve penalty here. "30-second penalty on the procedure." So
I mean,
must have been his third.
Yeah, they give you 3 tries to mess it up, but a third one. I'll say these two teams are very spirited to one another, but they are turning on this ref crew.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I think both coaches are as well.
I mean, if anybody's short with tempers, we don't like the third team on the field.
There's a bouncer for you. That worked
That was nice the way Cook worked in. Got Farnan to expose it. Got Farnan to expose himself and then just dumped it in behind him.
2:28 left here in the first half, and 14-6 is the score. East Texas Baptist not going away, JD.
No. You can't go away. You're playing at home.
Playing at home. The crowd is here, and for the LSA game of the week, who said it was spring break?
I don't. It's spring break for everybody.
Fisher naming down at the X, able to come away with a much-needed victory. Naaman, I tell you what, that is a guy that should have a Tide endorsement. That jersey is plenty dirty.
Looking for the Tide NIL deal.
I'm telling you, he should have one.
Can you imagine pitching that? I get dirtier than anybody else.
Well, look at his jersey.
I know. He's filthy.
Oh, working his way back inside. Boy, that's a shot that ricochets off the back of number 46. Scott Cohen. That's going to leave a mark.
And East Texas tried to work Casino into the corner and kind of press him. Turn the clock against him on this transition.
That's a shot attempt by Austin DeLay.
Take your man, find your man.
Find that guy again. Timothy Keegan, another shot. He just tries it from the other end.
Again, Brigante again on that pressure on the shot, and East Texas has kind of learned how to stifle it. You got to get on these guys' hands. You got to get a body on them, and they're giving that little bit of extra effort to close these shots down that Tulane was just dumping in earlier in the first quarter.
Minute left, and how about that for a save by the freshman, Micah Boza.
I mean, Boza played it great. Shut that seam off, stepped up into the crease, just plunked it right into the stick.
Under a minute to play here in the first half. So far, East Texas fighting back to end this first half in a game that has been marred by penalties. Tulane, the benefactor of a lot of those penalties and getting easy scores. Boy, that was a great pass. Not able to be handled on that far side.
Yeah, and that pressure from the Tigers is really showing up. I mean, they are on these hands, they're on the bodies, and they're forcing Tulane to make that extra third and fourth pass.
At 10 seconds and another shot attempt.
7 seconds.
Bringing the ball in. Austin DeLay coming back from behind the X as whistles blow.
Hey, gotta be aware of the clock. Gotta be aware of the clock.
You got 7 seconds here, JD. What do you draw up?
From the end line, I try to find that crease on that lane on the inside, see if I can get something to dump in.
Boy, that one right off of the leg of the freshman, and that is the end of the first half. 14-6 is the score so far. Tell me what you saw there in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tale of two tapes. I mean, Tulane ran amok in the first quarter and were just able to demonstrate and do what they wanted to do. And East Texas battled back, and, I mean, they've been playing great defense. They've been winning a little bit more ground balls, kind of swung that their direction. They've done a better job of producing in the offensive zone, and they're not going away by any stretch of the means, but you got to eat the elephant one bite at a time.
One bite at a time as we take the half. And this first half, I think, for me, has been dictated by the pace of the physicality of Tulane defensively. Guys like Austin Stanley the Iron Man, the boxer, the pugilist, as you
Pugilist.
they definitely been playing great defense in that first quarter. I think coming into the second, it's going to be the Tigers that are going to have to match those guys in that they take a break for the half. We will as well. Please make sure to like and subscribe to Game On Sports. We'll be back for the beginning of the second half.
Understood? Yeah, I got you. Hey guys, we got 9 at 5 minutes. We're starting the next half. At 5 minutes left on this clock.
Hey, everyone, can we calm down here, all right? We came back from 7. Boys, come here. Everyone, come here. Hey, let's go. Get on them. Fellas, get up. Let's go. Showers here? No? Oh, right. Oh, I didn't say that. Oh, look, he's right on the call. He's like,
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
yeah, oh yeah, no, but I'm just saying. Hey, someone tell Cookie, they just said 2 minutes. That's what the rest is saying. Is it 2 minutes? Just 2 minutes. Yeah, that was good. I'm just letting y'all know.
Here we go. Let's go. Get him out.
Good old days. I got time. I got you. Appreciate it. We're gonna get going. Connor.
So we're going to cut halftime a little short because we're going to beat the rain. Is that what we're doing? We're going to beat the rain. We're going to finish this game.
By 10 minutes, we're going to beat the rain.
By 10 minutes. I love it. I love it. We have a change at the goalie for the Green Wave. It's number 84, the sophomore, Benjamin Farrell. Makes his way to the circle. The score 14-6, favoring the Green Wave, and working at the X, and finally coming away with the possession are the Tigers. They're working hard for it down on the far end. And just like that, turnover, possession going the other way for Tulane. Oh, a slip there by number 6. Cameron Tooth's able to get up. Looked nasty there for a second. His knee bent awkwardly. This is a Soup Monster on the other side.
Soup Monster.
That's a great name. That's a great name. I wish I came up with that on my own, but my producer's whispering in my ear on that one, and that is exactly what that is. But I am adamant about getting Fisher Naaman a Tide sponsorship. Because this is.
I think he's due.
You think he's due?
He could maybe roll in some like the body soap action.
Is that what that is? Yeah, you just throw the whole thing in there.
The whole shooting match.
Working his way back inside, and man, how many times have we seen number 3 do exactly that? Austin DeLay just coming in between defenders and a score. 14-25 here. 15-6.
Yeah, just picking opportunities and taking advantage of. I tell you what, man, that shot right there. You asked me to go to East Texas Baptist, and you showed me that. Where do I sign? That's nice. It's a beautiful campus.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Completely unfamiliar with the area, but beautiful campus.
No, absolutely gorgeous. I think driving in, we both were surprised seeing the campus. Beautiful. Beautiful cut.
I mean, I got a client down in Wascom, but Wascom ain't here.
No,
totally different.
The win at the X, and that's Cohen with the victory. Fast break going here, and that's a shot attempt by Austin DeLay over the top of the cage.
Yeah, Tulane really kind of being stifled from the early minutes of the second period to now around the goal. Just not as effective as they were in the first period, off the start.
Timothy Keegan working the far side, trying to get a pass snuck by this defense. And it's to number 34, Barrett. Man, this guy is just sitting inside. Timothy Keegan with another shot in his spot.
Yeah, Keegan just sets up. Nobody on him. The slide late to pick him up, and he went low to high, and it just stayed down. Really, really kind of buried at the knee of the East Texas goalie, and just found that little window to plant that.
Another score by Tulane, bringing the score to 16-6 as we see it right there. How many times have we seen him working from that angle?
Well, I mean, it's it's simple offensive approach, and they're utilizing it quite effectively. And East Texas, they just need to put bodies on it, and that will close it out.
Fisher Nauman on the far side, coming to the middle of the field, calling his own number. That's a ball that's not going to get lost as it does hit the net. Bring the ball inbounds.
Yeah, Nyman.
Number 9, Avery Cook. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Nyman just, had men draped on him, just unable to get his hands free, and Tulane kind of has managed that portion of it.
Coming in fresh, but fresh with the save is Benjamin Farrell. Another possession back to the Tigers.
Nice conversion from Brigante, just over the midline. Picks up the ground ball, cools the other side of the pillow, dumps it back in the offensive zone.
Oh, how about the save from Farrell on his knees? Working for the possession, and again, look at that ball just dying on that side once it hits that soupy area, as we're calling it. Another save by Farrell, man. About that, you got two really good goalies. The Green Wave finding out this is embarrassment of riches. Two really good goalies.
Yeah, I mean, Farrell just closed him out with his body, played down low. Not afraid to come out of the crease.
Has done it twice already here. And that is going to roll out of bounds. Cameron Toots just takes his eyes off the ball. It rolls out of bounds. Possession stays on this end.
See now, East Texas, yep, they're trying to draw Tulane out, see if they can open these lanes up.
11:42 here in the third. Whistles blow. Possession going back to the Green Wave. Cohen not able to handle that pass, but Luke Farnan comes to save the day.
Yeah, East Texas is, they're applying pressure on transition. They're as soon as that ball's turned over, they're picking up a guy, they're riding, and they're forcing Tulane to kind of hurry their approach.
The Tigers slide did not come. Pass back to the middle of the field by Luke Farnan. Farnan in delay, working from behind the X. Zach Ulrich working the middle of the field. Great rear check. Ball comes off the head of the stick. His number is 14, Philip Davis.
Great work by Davis. And Tigers will benefit from that hustle play from Davis. The other thing is, with that ball kicked out, the Tigers kind of get to reset, get their guys exactly the way they want them.
Alex Petrini bringing the ball inbounds for the Tigers. Working on the far side, GLE with the pass out.
Under control, body. Good stick. Got it, you got it. Put him in the blender. Settle, you're good. Be patient. No, yeah, you're good.
Alex Hook's a guy that delivered a shot just a second ago, and that ball would have rolled out of bounds if this turf was.
If it was on turf.
Yeah, if it was on turf, it would have rolled out of bounds for sure. But these soggy conditions, we think we're going to get a crease violation there on number 9, Avery Cook.
Yeah, Cook came around the edge, got leverage on his guy, really wasn't forced into the lane, tried to get it, dump a shovel in, and went wide.
Possession's going to stay on this end with the Tigers. Bringing the ball in bounds is number 5, Fisher Nauman.
Hey, got 2. Come on, Yazzie.
Tigers now working it back behind the X. Now standing on the far side, GLE, is Tyler Wathen. Waiting for the shot attempt, and he scores.
Yeah, just Jordan set up on that edge, got his man. Nobody picked him up. Nobody pressured his hands, and he went down low to high.
As you see the replay here from the score from Dominic Desjardins.
And we're going to go back to the face-off here and see if the Tigers can maintain this possession or maintain this momentum.
I need two.
16-7 here at East Texas Baptist for the LSA game of the week. Ekman Harrison alongside Jim Dixon and JD. I'll tell you what, this game is going along a lot quicker than I ride here.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
This is moving right along, and man, I tell you what, moving the schedule. This game was supposed to be played at around 1 o'clock, and because of the weather, they saw fit to move it up. I think that was a great decision.
I didn't like the decision at 4:30, but you know,
it's the sacrifices we make.
Exactly. I just have to, when I hit my alarm, I just tell myself I'm going fishing.
You're going fishing. And here we are on the beautiful campus of East Texas Baptist University.
Aggressive play and nobody there to follow it up for the Tigers, but I like the, I like the aggressive clear.
Oh, and the flag on that play by Tyler Wathen. They think they're going to get him slashing penalty.
Well, you're running at the official, and you're nowhere near the ball. So,
Luke Farnan working on the near side, kind of slowing their offense down a little bit. Time of possession definitely favoring the Green Wave. Although East Texas has had their shot opportunities and goals here in the third quarter.
Hey! Push him out!
I call errant pass. And Hogginson working in, and a great rear check at the last minute to hit that shot attempt to go left.
Well, and that was sitting wide open the entire first quarter, and so East Texas made that adjustment. They're getting bodies on these shooters and disrupting things.
Finally get the slash penalty on Tyler Wathen. He's going to sit and sin bin for a minute. Man up opportunity here for the Green Wave. Let's see if they can manufacture points. Another save. Great job, boy. This standing right in the line of fire. And the save is Michael Boza. The dirtiest man on the field. Fisher Nauman.
He's working. Kid is working it.
Yep, if you're not covered, you're in freeze.
Tiger still a man down. Doing a good job trying to kill this penalty.
Yep, that's fine. You're there. Come on, your first slide. Mark, your first slide. Make sure you're 30 and 8. Got one by Aussie.
Yeah, East Texas just kind of opting to slow things down, work the perimeter.
And 30 seconds on the shot clock. And they are all knotted up.
We'll go to work here.
20 seconds, Walden. Working on the near side. That's a pass back to the middle of the field. Nauman not able to handle the pass. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Boy, something has to be manufactured here for at least a shot attempt, but nope. There's our guy, Austin Stanley. By trying to work that pass to the middle of the field. That's a good stick by the Tigers.
Great for those poles to step up into that lane, shut it down for East Texas.
Bit of a scrum there in the middle of the field, but the Tigers able to come away with it. They have numbers, and God, not able to cash in. Ben Farrell.
Yeah, does Jordan's had Farrell committed down low, and should have taken that shot on the upper corner and opted to go in, and Farrell just really, I mean, he was already sitting there.
Scott, wide out a little bit.
Farrell bringing the ball in. Well, how about that? Man, laser pass and clear. Well, almost caught their guy, Timothy Keegan. Not able to handle that pass.
Yeah, just not crisp enough in that zone.
With numbers, did not matter. Des Jordan again with the score.
Yeah, Des Jordan got him to commit down low. Just dumped it in over top. Just a little inside leverage on him, and this is not the East Texas team that came out here in the first quarter.
No, 4:50 left in the third. The score: Tulane 16, Tigers 8. Look at this right here, working on that far side. Man, he brings him all the way out to that pipe, right over the top of his head.
Yeah, I mean, and it was kind of a look-away shot. You start looking down low, you get the guy to commit, and then all of a sudden he's in your web, and you just you devour.
Yeah, that's a great shot on this side, shown by the replay.
Yeah, go.
I love what you said. It's not the same East Texas squad here in the second half, getting their offense going and finding plenty of spots. Bodies on the floor,
and they're playing with energy, and I like that. I like the way the ebb and flow of the game kind of dictates, and these kids are answering to it.
Possession going the other way for the Tigers. Down by 8 here with 4:21 left in the third quarter. This is the LSA game of the week here on Game On Sports.
Cooks with the hops there.
Yeah.
The hops and the reach.
Yeah, to say the least. Tigers setting up their offense, working it from behind the X, and boy, how about that? That is just robbing the bank.
Why now, Stanley?
Connor Gamblin. I dare say he took that ball off the head of that stick and the guy didn't even know it. Didn't.
Hey, thank you. I'll just take this.
Standing inside, that's number 12, Timothy Keegan, trying to get the pass out to Austin DeLay.
Yeah, I think he thought delay was going one way and he went the other, and regardless, I mean, dropped it in there with really no close on that defense from the Tigers, and that might have been trouble.
The Tigers finally working the clear. No penalty call, just tripped up on the far side. Number 13, Cooks, able to come out with it. Possession staying on the side with East Texas. 2:53 left in the third.
Good time, Dante!
Oh, pass across the field, and that's going to be a turnover and possession.
Foot was on the line when he touched the ball.
Foot's on the line. Possession's going to go the other way.
He's trying to reenact it, but it's not the way it happened.
He came close. It's another pass out of bounds, and possession going to go the other way, back to the Tigers. All of that and demonstration for the ball of possession to go back to the Tigers. Number 5 working the clear, and boy, there's a yard sale. Cameron Tooths.
Tooths was nice on that smooth. He set his man up on the inside, went around him with that check on the back door.
Working back to the middle of the field. Number 4, Luke Farnan.
You know, a lot of the skill that these guys are showing are stuff that they've carried with them through high school. They don't really have the, their practice regimen is not, is not typical of what the NCAA finds. These guys are really students first, and they play lacrosse for the love of the game, but a lot of the skills that they have, what they work on in practice is really, defensive schemes, offensive schemes. So it's just fundamental that they carried with them.
But you are seeing high-level play
here
on both sides. I would definitely give, Tulane that, just their scoring ability. You've seen it on the fast breaks, and especially defensively, as you stated before. That's number 33 standing in that goal, boy. Another save by Michael Boza.
Yeah, Keegan came down the lane, had to turn the ball over and shoot backhanded, and really just if he could get the East Texas goalie out of position, which he wasn't able to do, he drops that in.
Waiting on the ride. Boy, that didn't take long. Another turnover, an opportunity here for the Green Wave. They don't have numbers. Just a one-on-3 situation here for Austin Delay. About a 20-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass going out of bounds. Possession going to go the other way. Things getting a little sloppy here at the end of the third.
Yeah, it's not. They're not as intense as they were, but East Texas battling back.
And the Hooks trying to work the clear. Easy clear for number 13. Whew, that's a shot that almost takes the goalie into the net.
Yeah, he unloaded it. I like with the time management. I like the approach.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Tulane 16, East Texas Baptist University 8. And so far that third quarter right there for me, Jim, there was a lot of ebb and flows there. You saw the Tigers try to make a comeback, but each time they did, Tulane answered with the score of their own.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the momentum that the Tigers had in the second period prior to halftime, really, it surprised fight. It was really kind of even in the third period, but they were able to eat up a little bit of ground. Still got a lot to cover, being down 8, but like we all know, it can go away quickly.
Well, we may be gearing up for exciting fourth quarter. They take a break on the field, and we'll be back for the beginning of the fourth here on Game On Sports.
Hey, bring it in real quick. Guys, come here. Bring it in. I guessed, bro, but it's right here. I was like, come on. Yeah, you're right. I was only mad when you were like, that's a bad throw. I'm like, no shit, that's a bad throw. It's your fucking stick.
Both teams making their way back onto the field for the beginning of the fourth quarter. Heckma Harrison alongside Jim Dixon. And Jim, as you stated, the momentum, the ebb and flows of this game, Tulane has stood solid.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they got that early lead, and really all they have to do from that point is just play ball. And as Coach Baker said, hey, just take your shots beyond the net, and things will happen.
The yard sale here, boy, they are just nothing easy for the Green Wave. Another clear, maybe a one-on-one opportunity. Nope. Let's see who wants this possession. Ball's going to go to East Texas.
They are working Wathen to death.
Yes, they are. Dante Petrini with a pass across the field. Boy, maybe a shot opportunity there for Fisher Nauman, but not able to pay dividends with the score.
Well, he was right on Farrell's leg, and again, Farrell set up great.
Another opportunity for the Tigers as Nauman makes a pass on the far side. Recognize that, hey, they're down by 8. They're trying to make passes to the middle of the field or near the net.
Well, at this point in the game, they need to convert on offense, but they need to steal possessions. They need to get turnovers and win every ground ball. If it's loose on the ground, it's theirs.
Nauman working from behind the X, being defended by number 6, Cameron Toots. Boy, last minute, as Nauman thought he had an opportunity for a shot attempt, and that rear check at the last minute altered the shot.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can still be on their hands and be behind them, and as long as you have a body on the stick.
Going to get a whistle, and possession is going to stay with Tulane. Another clear for the Green Wave. Luke Farnan working on the far side.
Yeah, Tulane's just, I mean, the clock is their friend at this point. They really just settle into the offensive zone, work the matchup that you want, and take your shot.
Hey, where you got to watch is this guy on the backside here is Timothy Keegan. We've seen it so many times, him with easy shots on this backside.
12.
His shot attempt is going to go out of bounds. Possession staying on the side with the green wave.
East Texas swore that was a pass.
Yeah.
Because it was cross-handed. It has to be a pass.
Back top ball, working his way back top side is Austin DeLay and gets those hands free and takes the shot.
Yeah, DeLay just cleared his man, just kind of sidestepped, had that open shot open up, and then drifted into that far side post. Really kind of caught the Tiger goalie guessing on that inside.
12:01 here in the fourth. Tulane 17, East Texas 8. No, I'm siding with you, man. That was a shot, and when you say it caught him guessing, that's exactly what it was. He didn't know what shot he was looking for.
Yeah, he just all he had to do is get around his defender.
Go get that.
Ball up in the air, another possession for the Green Wave. Trouble, 1-on-1.
Thought better of it. Tulane did, aggressively going into the goal. Really want to set the ball up, come back up top. But he certainly did think about it. But he had to work his way through about 5 Tigers to get there.
Well, I definitely thought Tooth was going to take that shot. He didn't. Like you said, thought better of it. Reset the offense, and another opportunity on offense for the Green Wave. Got to try and keep that guy out of the middle of the field, Timothy Keegan.
Hey, Rob, quick me up. Don't get up. Yeah, get that.
Almost an opportunity for Burwise to check in. Came in on defense, and almost was a benefactor of a ground ball.
Whew. He hustled in quick enough, boy, but that's one that ricochets off of the hands of number 29. But thank God for those gloves. Nauman trying to get his hands free. See a great defense there by Tulane.
Yeah, Tulane, at this point in the game, Tulane's whole objective is to just stall out East Texas on the offensive zone. Take your time on your offensive turn, work your shot, and then make those shots productive.
Number 2, Nicholas Yezi. Boy, got his pockets picked right there, but still able to keep the possession. It's Tulane.
Yeah, East Texas has to do with what they're doing. They're getting the ball to a 50-50 ball on the ground, unable to convert on these ground balls. But that tide will turn as long as you hustle.
One more time.
And Zach Ulrich getting the ball back to behind X, getting it to number 2, Yezi. Yezi with the shot and bouncer. It's right at the crease and bounces up on Michael Boza.
Yeah, it kind of, if you're the goalie, it kind of comes in like a changeup because this ball comes in, hits this turf, and I bet it slows down 20 miles an hour on into the back of the net. It's really, it's really kind of deceptive for him and able to utilize that distance and time.
Exactly what you're talking about here on the replay as you see this shot attempt here Yeah, I mean, you talk about slowing down once it hits the ground. That's exactly what happened.
It just died. He swung at it twice.
Another victory at the X in possession for the Green Wave. Luke Farnan on the far side.
I always laugh when they shift the goalie into playing in the field and he's out there running around with a gullet guard on.
That's the guy, huh?
That's the guy.
Keegan trying to work his way back to the middle of the field. The Tigers defense waiting on him.
Just assaulted him as he came into that lane.
Way to hit the brakes there by number 9.
Yeah, Cook with a great possession there to turn that thing around, keep it on that offensive side for the Tigers.
Oh, we're going to get a slashing penalty. Man up opportunity here for the Tigers. .8:17 left here in the fourth.
Coach Baker telling him kind of the visual physics of the game.
And what are the visual physics?
Hey,
of
man,
the
if
game?
you start hacking away, you're going to get called. And what he's saying is to keep your stick in, come lateral with or parallel with the ground instead of coming down. Because as soon as they see that stick head lift, they're going to call you for a slash.
And that's exactly what happened. And that's a diving shot there by Avery Cook. Did get a crease violation save on that shot. And Tulane trying to work the clear. Nobody on the ride, easy clear. Oh, on the ground is Cameron Toots. Kind of hard to keep your footing there on the far side. Hooks is a brick wall.
Man, I tell you, and he caught him. It led him on the pass. Great. Hooks reads it, runs under it, has his momentum going, beat 2 guys off the transition, goes into the offensive zone.
Finally, with the score there is Tyler Warthen.
And the Tigers benefit.
As the train horn comes through at Marshall. 7:23 left here in the fourth.
Yeah, here's exactly what we're talking about with them staying after it, catches on the rebound, and then just goes low after Farrell commits and just rolls it in. Not really the changeup that you're looking for, but he dumped it at his feet.
Just enough to get the score for the Tigers.
You just need enough oomph to break the plane.
And that's what they had, was plenty of oomph and another score for the Tigers. As the score 18-9.
With authority, that penalty comes down.
Yeah.
He snapped that out like he was a maitre d' and he was seating us. Oh, another one.
Another one. I want to see, does he have another flag in there?
I don't know. He snapped that out like that was our napkin for dinner.
There we go as we set up the offense for Nicholas Yezi. Another flag. There's 4 flags. As play is stopped, this is going to be interesting to work all of this out.
Oh, got.
Like we have an ejection, another flag. What you think about that, JD?
It was a little chaotic. It I think the game has gotten out of hand at points, and I think that's a reaction that's fitting. But you never know.
Yeah,
I'm not out there, so
I didn't see I saw the push penalty on the near side over here, but the rest of them, I think it's unsportsmanlike penalties. Let's see if there is an ejection here. I think the referees have done a good job trying to keep it under control as things have gotten chippy as the game has gone along.
Well, this is taking some time to sort out.
I think just trying to get the numbers correct. I think we have more than one, so this is.
Oh no, it's a lineage.
Yeah. So this is going to be interesting. How many numbers we have to work out here? As we await the call.
20. Push, 30 seconds. I got white, 22. Unsportsmanlike. Locked in, 1 minute. I got white, 6. Unsportsmanlike, locked in, 2 minutes. Another unsportsmanlike on 6, locked in 2 minutes. And I got a cross check on 6, 1 minute. He's fouled out of the game. So he'll be sitting 5 minutes. First four all locked in. First four, he has to serve. And then the last one, if they score after 4 minutes, is released. The other two, 22 is locked in also for 1. And 30 is for push.
So we get a pushing on number 20. It's a 30-second penalty. 22
right.
With a cross check, 1 minute.
Right.
Number 6. It's a long laundry list.
Yeah, six. You got unsportsmanlike 2 minutes,
okay.
And then he had a second unsportsmanlike, which caused the ejection. He's going to hit study hall. He's leaving.
Well, number 6 has left the building.
So we'll get obviously.
Both sides, not another word.
I think that's number 6 is Benjamin Ireland.
Yeah. So we'll get a quick Tulane score, and then that's all even, and we'll go back to game.
I need number 20 in the box. I need somebody in the box. 15. Someone in the box. Nope, I need 15. I don't play either shit. Nope, I need number 15. 15, your in-home goes. Your in-home goes. Oh. 28.
No, Bowen's here. He's here.
No, we still need one for that. Still need one for 6.
So there's an in-home player that serves penalties for goalies and for an ejected player.
So basically what that does is when you have a player leave the field the way that he did, then you're going to have the in-home player that has to sit the...
Yeah, you have an in-home player. He's designated to serve. So we're gonna wait till he comes back.
Oh, 15's going to serve it.
Well, I think they're going to go dig Ireland up. That just doesn't seem right this close to St. Patrick's Day to eject Ireland.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened. Ireland is out of here.
That's what happened.
And so Zach Ulrich is going to bring the ball inbounds for Tulane. As we have discovered that our referees have several flags.
Yes. No, they all have multiples.
Yeah, of course.
But that guy on the far side, man, that was with authority. He pulled that out. He snapped it like he was seating me for a steak dinner.
Yeah, this was...
Mr. Dixon, your table.
He meant it.
Yeah, it was...
He meant it.
With authority.
Play resumes here at East Texas Baptist University. Zach Ulrich bringing the ball inbounds for the Green Wave. See things getting a little sloppy here in the fourth. Zach Ulrich back to number 34. A shot attempt that ricochets off of the helmet.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to feed one of these players here, and he's not able to close the deal right now.
Barrett, this is the number 34. Barrett is who they're looking for, and Barrett is just firing away. I think he is definitely the guy that they're trying to get a goal for. The rear check brings the ball off the head of the stick, and here's another scoring opportunity for the Green Wave.
See, 54 could have picked up the ground ball and scored. He would have gotten an assist.
And the guy that they're looking for to get the score was number 34, Vaughn Barrett. And the reason for that outburst is because he doesn't have any assist ground balls or any of that in his for the stat sheet.
He's got stats now. He's got stats now.
He has one now.
Sometime when he's 70, he's going to kick his feet up and tell his grandkids
about that time in East Texas.
About that time playing East Texas Baptist. Here we go.
On multiple attempts here. Finally able to come away.
He dished him with the changeup. Went down low, hit the turf.
High to low. Took another one.
Took that 20-mile-an-hour off it.
Substitutions being made on this end from East Texas is number 3, John Petrone.
Checking in at LSM.
A win at the X for East Texas is number 14, Philip Davis. The win at the X, and another shot attempt by Fisher Nauman. I was going to roll out of bounds, and possession stays on this end.
And Ireland just left again.
I think they just needed him to come in to serve his penalty. A lot of speed here on this side, boy. And trying to get this guy. I tell you what, man, when he finally gets some skills, this number 13, he is going to be a force.
Yeah, he's they have a number of kids from Lancaster, so forth. Being familiar with the THSLL in the DFW area, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I mean, it's not like the first time you've ever played. Where'd you play here?
Yeah, this is, I think we're going to figure the Scooby-Doo mystery out here afterwards.
Yeah.
.417 left here in this ball game. One thing we didn't have to worry about was the rain. It definitely held off. Tulane brought the physicality with him from New Orleans. Things got a little messy here in the fourth, and I think it was just the frustration on the other side for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, and I brought it up again. I am by no means an expert on East Texas lacrosse, but we called a game of theirs a couple of years ago, and this is night and day from what I saw there. And so this, there's obviously a strong foundation, and they're building from it, and you can see the support. That was delicious.
That's what you call that right there. It's delicious.
That was delicious.
Caught you mid-sentence. That was delicious.
Just that backdoor run. He forced his man, took it off his hip, ran it, unloads backside on him, and had the goalie, his defender, everybody committed to that topside pipe and just dropped it in. Here it is.
Yeah, Fisher Nauman with the pass from behind X. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's a tremendous shot. You love seeing that. We got John Petrone here checking in.
An opportunity there for number 4, Luke Farnan, on the far side. The shot goes over the top of the cage.
Try, bud.
3:11 left here in the fourth.
Yeah, Tulane again. They're just going to work the edge, put the clock with them, and try and take the shot that they're given.
This was the LSA Division II game of the week. Did not disappoint. Tulane brought their A game with them from New Orleans. Luke Ulrich trying to chase that one down, and possession's going to go back to the Tigers.
Now we've covered some game. We covered a Baylor game earlier in the season, and that's a squad that has moved up from D2 to D1, and they really just kind of feel culturally more aligned to playing at that level. But they're obviously backfilling it. They're getting better athletes to play, and as far as MCLA Division I, Division II, there's some salty squads on D2. So obviously you want to, however you want to build it going forward, there's opportunity to meet ample competition on this D2 level. And both these squads, I mean, they're, Tulane's kind of heading that way, and East Texas is not far behind them.
No, they are not. There's a lot of players down there at the crease. Everyone's able to get up off the ground, which you want to see. But you definitely make a good point in this Division II. There are a lot of pockets of really good teams.
Sure. Yeah, I mean St. Thomas, they're they're fine. They're fine with what they're doing, and I think a lot of it is just where you're placed nationally as far as competition, what's available to you.
Teams like UTSA.
Right. And if you're a D2 kind of nestled in the middle of a bunch of D1s, yeah, you kind of want to move up so you're not having to travel so much. You can get more games in and garner improvement that way.
Timothy Keegan with a shot. That one from about 10 yards out, in the score for Tulane.
Yeah, just picks it up top. Crow hops in, unloads it, and really nobody on him. East Texas is kind of drawn into the perimeter, into the tight perimeter, not really playing up top.
As you get the replay here, like I said, from about 10 yards out, loads up, and that one whizzes by the ear of number 33, Michael Boza. Has had himself a tough evening. Working the face-off, and Connor Fawnin, boy, he took a shot to the leg.
Well, and not what you want to see. I mean, these two are behind the bench here dapping it up. It wasn't a malicious shot. It's just one of those things that happen. But if you're on Tulane's side, obviously you got a hot goalie. They have two of them, and you don't want to lose one.
Here with about 22 seconds left in this one from East Texas. Both teams just willing to walk out of here as the Green Wave pull off the victory, 20-10. here on the beautiful campus of East Texas Baptist University. And final word from you, JD.
Yeah, I mean, I like what I see out of the Tulane bunch. They came here with a shortened roster. They obviously put the right kids on the bus, but you have a lot of depth on defense with having two goalies. I like their trajectory of East Texas moving forward. This is a program to me that has improved and could potentially be on the rise as things come. And like you said, you're seeing support from all sources, school in and out. So but a great day for Lacrosse. Great game for Tulane. Was able to close out and walk away. And in East Texas, I mean, they were competitive in spurts and showed that they got to a lot. They have a lot to account for.
Yeah, they really do. I'm going to say this about Tulane. The numbers were not there for them, man, but the energy and aggression was. They set the tone immediately defensively. Did not allow these guys to steal any of the momentum. This was a great game played here in East Texas. I want to make sure that I send a special shout out to all of the guys here in East Texas from the Game On crew that set up cameras and, man, made sure that we had a righteous place to sit, because this is the place to be if you want to be close to the action.
It's front row.
No, we definitely were front row to all of the action. So for all of the guys that made their way out here, for Trevor and his crew, for my guy JD, saying so long here from East Texas.